when you talk about colossal failure, I think one of the overshadowing fears in some of the questions we get, and you brought up Atlantis, so you have colossal failure and you have destruction. And it's like, okay, some people were asking, well, why did climate change not have to happen? And then it did. And other people, are we just going to get to the point where the planet it's uninhabitable? And it's like, well, underlying that is, okay, Atlantis was destroyed. We don't want to get to that level in this world. We want failure, but we don't want destruction. And even talking to a friend the other day, she was saying, I want the ambiguity to end. It's like, well, if we want the chaos and the ambiguity to end, then hey, we could have a nuclear war. No more chaos and ambiguity. We're done. Okay. What a relief. Damn, we failed. It's just like, no, that's not what we want. We have to have the chaos and ambiguity. And, anyway, there's the overlay of Atlantis for so many of us. It's like, it's like, okay, are we teetering on the edge here? Anyway, there's some of that flavor that is hard to distinguish sometimes, the difference between destruction and colossal failure.
Well, indeed. You are in the phase of destruction, where the old systems and the old structures no longer work and therefore need to change, need to be dissolved, need to be turned away from in whatever way you do that. To open up to, well, what can we do instead? How can we do this differently? And more than even differently, how can we take an opportunity to do it in a new way? Mm-hmm. And there will be those that, let's just fix it. Let's just fix it. Mm-hmm. And they will, for a while, work to fix it. And that's okay. It's not bad, but it's part of the process, ultimately, to find the new. The thing is, there's a level of destruction. It doesn't have to be this painful. It doesn't have to be this frightening. It is this painful. It is this frightening. And for many, it'll get more frightening and more painful. But what you can do, even in the time of destruction, can't this destruction end? Not yet. Not now. But in this phase, you can create. You see, it's not monolithic. Mm-hmm. Okay, now's the time of destruction and everything has to be destroyed. No. During the time of maintenance, here's the process. You create, you maintain, you destroy. You create, you maintain, you destroy. And during the time of creation, a lot of people destroyed things. Mm-hmm. And during the time of maintenance, a lot of creation and destruction happened. And during the time of destruction, the phase of destruction that your world is in, you can create and maintain. The key is to work in your world and to work magic so others can work in their world, so that you can mitigate the destruction. Yes, this is important that this fall apart, but it doesn't have to fall apart taking so many lives. Mm. It doesn't have to fall apart creating such a level of destruction that's going to take centuries to recuperate. I can mitigate the destruction without eliminating it. And that's where, as you work your magic, what am I going to do? What am I going to do in this world? You're going to work magic, you're going to heal, you're going to love, you're going to dream. Not to end destruction, but to mitigate it, to direct it, to, in that destruction, awaken to chaos and crises that can be lifted, that can change people's lives.